Assalamu alaikum. My name is Harman Mubashir and I am from grade 7B. Today, the topic of my assessment is the moon and its phases. Before we start, it's important to know what a moon is. A moon is a large round object that orbits the Earth and shines at night by reflecting light from the sun. It is also the only natural satellite of the Earth, and it takes about 27 days and 7 hours to orbit the Earth. In the past, there were a lot of different controversies related to the moon, and one of the most common one being how the moon changes its face. People thought that it would either increase or decrease its rocky surface. But later on, a lot of different scientists and researchers showed that it was all our illusion. As the moon orbits our planet, its varying position means that the sun lights up different regions, creating the illusion that the moon is changing shape over time. But now, how does the moon reflect sunlight? We all know that the moon is a non-luminous object, which means that it cannot produce its own light. Because of this, its surface reflects or takes light from the sun, which is a luminous object, which means that it can produce its own light. This happens when the moon is between the Earth and the sun, so that the side of the moon reflecting sunlight will be away from the Earth. This is also the main concept of phases of the moon. So let's go a bit to detail. First of all, what is meant by phases of a moon? The different shapes of the lit portion of the moon that can be seen from Earth are known as phases of the moon. As the moon orbits around the Earth, the half of the moon that faces the sun will be lit up. Now, let's learn about its phases. First of all, we've got the new moon. So the new moon occurs when the moon is between the Earth and the sun, and it is the side which faces the Earth. After that, we've got waxing crescent. Waxing means the illuminated portion of the moon is increasing, but in this case, only a silver line is visible to us, as it is a waxing crescent and it lasts for about several days. Then we've got the first quarter, and it is also known as half moon, and exactly half of the moon is being illuminated. After that, we've got the waxing gibbous, and waxing gibbous is a phase between the half and full moon. And after that, we've got the full moon. Then we've got the waning gibbous, and it's a phase in which the moon starts getting smaller or it starts decreasing in size. Then we've got the third or last quarter, and in this phase, the moon is back to a half at its 90-degree angle. After that, we've got the waning crescent, which is once again smaller in size compared to the last quarter. And after that, the whole process starts again with the new moon. Now when we think about the solar system, eclipses is also something which comes to our mind. So let's learn a bit about those as well. So first of all, what is an eclipse? An eclipse occurs when one object in space blocks another from view. We've got two different types of eclipses. We've got a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes between the Earth and the sun. And then a lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth's shadow covers the moon. And these eclipses happen every year. Let's learn about lunar eclipses first. Lunar eclipses have three different types. We've got the Penumbra lunar eclipse, in which the moon only passes through the penumbra of the Earth's shadow. Over here you can see two different regions. One is the red region and one is the blue region. The blue region is the penumbra and the red region is the umbra. Both the penumbra and umbra are types of Earth's shadows. So in the Penumbra lunar eclipse, the moon is only present in the penumbral region of the shadow. Partial lunar eclipse, in which only half of the moon passes through the umbra of the Earth's shadow. So we can presume that half is on the penumbran side and half is on the umbran side. And after that, we've got a total lunar eclipse, in which the entire moon passes through the umbra of the Earth's shadow. Now, another question arises. Who on Earth will be able to see a lunar eclipse? Actually, anyone who can see the moon, or anyone who is on the nighttime side of the Earth during the eclipse, will be able to see a lunar eclipse. Since lunar eclipses and solar eclipses go hand in hand together, I'm going to be giving you a very quick overview of the solar eclipses as well. When the moon's shadow covers a part of the Earth, a solar eclipse occurs. And a solar eclipse is only occurred at a new moon. And you've got three different types of solar eclipses. You've got the annular solar eclipse, the partial solar eclipse, and the total solar eclipse. And over here you can see a diagram as well. If you've ever taken notice, during the eclipse, the moon turns red. But why is that? It's because during a lunar eclipse, the moon turns red, as the only sunlight reaching the moon passes through the Earth's atmosphere. And over here, you can see a picture of the moon during a lunar eclipse and how its color is orangish and a bit reddish. Thank you so much for your time.